Merry Christmas, everybody.
I know it's so difficult for me to even do a 40-minute show now. It's impossible almost.
All right, we'll start with some Christmas stuff just to get it going so no one's depressed. It was the night before Christmas. Went all through the house. Nobody was talking because the boss told us to shut our mouths. The stockings were hung on the chimney with care. And I said, "Hey, Vinny, get the fuck away from there." When up on the roof, I heard such a crash. So I grabbed a baseball bat and said, "I'm gonna beat your ass." There was a fat guy with a red suit and some reindeer. I said, "Hey, buffoon, get the fuck out of here." That's Melrose Park Christmas carols. All right. Don't you have like a media room at where you live?
A media room?
Yeah, like what do they call that? Like a media room. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's close.
Like a man cave.
There you go.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Man cave. Whenever anyone says, "I need a man cave," it's like, oh, it's getting that bad, is it?
Yeah.
Fucking. I thought your man's house was his castle. But I guess apparently the downstairs portion with the door closed is.
Yeah, the cave is his castle.
So is there any snow on the ground there in Florida? That would be pretty cool, wouldn't it? Like it snows.
In Naples? Yeah.
Yeah, right.
There'd be like a big snowman I could build.
People would be tripping out. They'd be like, "What? Snow?" I bet it's happened before, but who knows?
It's usually up in the north part of Florida.
Right?
Like every 10 years or something.
Wow.
It gets like a half an inch of snow.
As far as I know, I haven't heard about it. Those, like, Atlanta gets a certain amount of, money for snow removal from the federal government. Isn't that kind of stupid? Like, what? They don't even have plows. It's like, where the fuck does that money go? Be honest. You're not buying salt. No one's shoveling a fucking thing. Where is that money? What do they use it for if they don't use it for snow removal? And whoever fucking said they get that money? That's what I want to know. Yeah, we'll give Atlanta snow removal money. What? Sounds like some Chris Christie would do. Oh, did I say that?
Is there snow where you're at?
In the mountains. And some piles left over from the last snow, but pretty much it's not like winter. You know what I mean, Vern?
Not too long from now, there's going to be no winter in America anywhere.
Except Alaska.
Yeah, it'll be, and even there, it'll be, all the permafrost will be gone. And, it'll be an occasional snow up there.
Right. Oh, there's some pretty deep ass snow up here, 20 feet deep. It's gonna always be up there. People will travel from abroad to see a snowflake. And they might even freeze to death because they haven't seen snow or heard about snow or even known how to prepare for snow.
Snow, snow, snow.
Right. If it doesn't snow in the mountains, like all the surrounding states are going to be fucking in a drought because they suck the life's water blood out of the state. I say we get rid of all the state borders and we make America the state. What state are you from? America. Where are you from? America. What part? The middle part.
Were we going to talk about the Fourth Amendment?
we're going to talk about that. Here's a few subjects. And now,
The
for
Fourth
a quick
Amendment.
message from Marshmallows.
Want me to read it to you, what the Fourth Amendment says?
Sure, because I got a couple things to talk about too. So let's start
Okay.
with that.
It says the right of the people to secure. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. That amendment's gone. You might as well just erase that one, take it off the books, because...
So you're saying that they don't follow that.
They basically search you whenever they want. They make up probable cause on a daily basis. There's no... All you gotta do is fart somewhere, and that's a probable cause damn near.
You don't even have to do that. You have to just look their way. And
you just have to look suspicious. You look suspicious.
You know what really chaps my fucking nuts? When you see these cops trying to be real nice, like they play basketball with some kid on the street and shit, and like probably 2 hours later he's bashing some dude's head off his own fucking car for not complying with the law that doesn't even exist.
Yeah, I mean, let's say you don't have your seatbelt on, that's not probable cause to search someone's whole car. It's like the probable cause has to be related to whatever the crime is they're searching for. It's like,
we were talking about the dog thing.
It's so much bullshit. It's like total bullshit. Even getting a dog to sniff your car to me is an illegal search.
It is, because
it's illegal.
The dog and the human, they have real slim amount of communication. It's a little bit. It's like whatever that you have that the dog wants, he wags his tail, and that's about it. So how is that communicating to me that there's something in the vehicle? Come here, Signal. Come on, Signal. And then he sits down.
Just getting the dog, just bringing the dog there is illegal to me.
Well, he's used to getting a treat when he shows them, so he sits down and fucking gets his treat. It's like he's trained to fucking say your car has something in it. Because if you refuse to let him search your car, they're like, well, I'll bring a dog here, and if he gives me a signal, then I can search your car. Well, what's your dog's name? Signal? You fucking asshole.
Yeah, they shouldn't have the right to. They shouldn't have the right to bring a dog there, even without a court order. It's
hey, Fido.
There's no reason.
He says, if the dog said, hey, Officer Thompson, I smell cocaine in that car, then it would be something different. But he doesn't. He sits there and looks at him with his tongue out and wags his tail. How the fuck is that any kind of real communication? Can the dog testify in court? That's what it should be. I want the dog in court so I could ask him what made him believe he smelled that in my car.
Yeah, you should be able to efface your accuser.
Yeah.
That's the rule, exactly. Right?
And it's such a sham. And then if you've ever watched cops, they'll let the dog out because they're pussies and they can't even do their job right anymore. And people are afraid of them. That's why they run. It's not because they're trying to get away from anything. They're afraid of the police. And then they let a dog out and he grabs him by the arm. They get him on the ground and they don't call the dog off for a minute. He's got him by the arm and he's shaking the fuck out of his arm.
Yeah.
And they don't call him off. That's some bullshit. That's like some Soviet Union shit. Some fucking communist fucking, you know what I'm saying?
They probably don't even do that in the Soviet Union.
America is a free country. You're free to do exactly what you're told. There is no freedoms.
If they're not going to abide by the amendment, just get rid of it. It's like, why even have it?
I mean, what's amazing is, though, that they're checking you because they're saying you're breaking the law. And they're breaking the law. They're fucking hypocrite bastards, every one of them.
Yeah, it's not even a fair amendment anymore. It's not being held up by the
Cops are
Supreme Court. No, nobody's even considering that anymore as something viable. It's
And
they
then, like,
search you when they want, they seize what they want.
they beat you up when they want, and they have the right to kill you when they want, and no one says jack shit for doing nothing. You know what I hate? Like, you show up and there's like 5 coppers there, like, and you're like, wow, what the fuck's going on here? And there's always that one chick cop, and she's the hardest ass one of them all. And you're like, I feel like saying,
I don't think so. I don't think that
you
matters.
act like a fucking guy to me. You turn me off big time with your rough and toughness. You want to get rough and tough, I'll give you a baton to play with. I got a baton for you.
Yeah, I don't think I'd mention that.
You're punching them in the face while they're face down. Stop resisting. They're not doing jack shit. I mean, when I get punched in the face, I resist. It's a natural instinct. I mean, I can't help it.
Yeah, what are you supposed to do? Just lay there and take it? It's like your body won't even let you do that.
It's bullshit. And then they beat you even more. A couple more get in on it. They're a bunch of fucking bullies. And you know, when the schools are like, we're having National Bully Day and Officer Stadenko's here to tell you. I'm like, between teachers and cops, you're the 2 biggest bullies. Who the fuck are you telling me I'm a bully? Teachers are bullies too, really. It's like they couldn't quite make it in a job with adults, so they got to push kids around all day because they couldn't get a boss job somewhere or something.
Or what happens is they got bullied in school, and now they're in school bullying kids. You know, it's like their revenge.
That's state's attorneys.
Yeah.
Those are the guys that got beat up on the playground. When I grow up, I'm going to be a state's attorney, and I'm going to prosecute you for your behavior. Come here, let me smack you again, you little pimple puss. Hey, you know what? Everyone has the right in America to get their ass kicked. And 99% of the time, your mouth is what gets you there. People just don't walk up and bash you on. So shut the fuck up, people.
Yeah, yeah.
If you don't want to be pushed around, shut your fucking mouth.
And also, if you're going to be a big impatient grouch while you're out shopping around Christmas time, you shouldn't even be allowed to celebrate Christmas. It's like, dude, you got to be such a jerk shopping for Christmas. It's like, what's the point of all that? It's like,
don't you notice how
have some manners.
Fat people are always happy at Christmas, like in the store.
They're.
It seems like they're happy, they're jolly. It's a jolly, jolly Christmas. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah.
There's some real big fat Christmas ones. Happy Christmas people.
Jolly.
Holly jolly Christmas.
Holy shit.
And his belly shook like a bowl of jelly. I did all my shopping today. And the reason I shop on Christmas Eve is because I'm giving the people who I'm buying stuff for the opportunity to piss me off so that I don't have to buy them anything.
You're giving them enough days to piss you off before Christmas.
All the way to Christmas Eve.
Giving them a chance.
Man, it's better. I went to Walmart like at 5 a.m.
Wow.
There was not a fucking person in there.
Huh.
Couple of people getting like the last can of cranberry sauce, shit like that. But I was full on shopping, big old cart full of shit. They're like, the fuck? Did this dude just get paid today? Nope. But I just made my Christmas list assessment today.
Yeah.
It turns out.
It took that long to decide who was worthy.
Yeah. And it turns out my grandson did better than anybody.
There you go.
Forget about everybody else. He's the only one that's really going to care.
Okay, here's my subject number 2. Ready?
No, let's talk about impeachment. What it means. And for all you 2 billion people on the planet that have no fucking clue what that means, you're going to learn something today.
What are we going to learn?
Well, I'm not going to teach. You are.
Oh, I am? Okay. So what you want to know is what the impeachment was about.
Well, no, not only what it's about, what an impeachment is, and what are the consequences, and how does it come about, and all the whole nine. What's going to happen to Trump? Just, you make it short and sweet, like half of his girlfriends.
Well, I mean, I guess just the basics of it are the House of Representatives vote on whether or not a president committed some kind of crime, whether it's bribery or they call it crimes or misdemeanors or whatever. That's what they do. They vote on whether or not to impeach him. And it could be small crimes. It's like, and misdemeanors.
So if he is impeached, so they decided that he's did this crime, then he's impeached.
Right? They vote whether or not they think that he committed a crime.
And then what would happen if he gets impeached?
So then the Senate has to vote whether or not he gets removed from office.
Okay.
So the House decides whether he's going to be impeached, and then the Senate decides whether they're going to remove him.
Right. Which he'd probably be leaving with his arms swinging like a little crybaby. I can picture him now. You know that big baby thing they float around? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, like the big baby balloon.
If the president is Mexican, is it an immango instead of an impeach?
Yeah. So
they immangoed him. Oh, damn!
So here's what they claim he did. Ready?
Decide if they're gonna throw him across the border of Washington D.C.
Here's what they claim he did. Okay.
He probably fucking did. Chances are.
Right.
We're talking about Trump here.
Well, the House voted to give the Ukraine money for their defense. It was like, I don't know, $400 million or $200 million or something. It was hundreds of millions. Because we got all this money here in America we can just throw around. That's what we're good for here. Even though we got poor people in the streets starving, we can send the Ukraine hundreds of millions of dollars. So what he did is he said to the president of Ukraine, we're not going to send you the money until you publicly announce that you're going to investigate the Bidens on whether or not they have been corrupt in the Ukraine, whether Joe Biden or Joe Biden's son was using some kind of corruption, opened some kind of corruption probe in the Ukraine.
And of course they were.
Well, yeah, I mean, whether or not they were, that has nothing to do with it. So basically what he was saying was, unless you interfere with our politics here, you can't have your money. That's the story. And the people who heard this were not just people that are like, these are people that Trump appointed to be, let's say, the ambassador to the European Union, Alexander Vidman or whatever, or Fiona Hill was the National Security Council official for Russia and the Ukraine. These are the people on the call that actually heard this stuff. And they're the ones who testified that said he actually did this. So it's not like someone saying, oh, he didn't do this. He actually did this. So that, to me, there's no doubt. Why would these people that he appointed say that he did it? It's not like some Democrat in Congress said he did it. These are people that went and testified that he did it, and these are real people. I mean, these are ambassador to the European Union said that he did it and that it's wrong.
Right.
And this guy's like a lieutenant colonel. He was like in the war, and the National Security Council official Fiona Hill said that she heard this, and the ambassador to the Ukraine which he could, and then he fires her for.
Yeah. I was going to say,
and not only does he fire her, he goes online and on Twitter and bashes her personally for telling the truth. It's like
awesome.
So now whether he should be removed from office, that's one thing or another. I mean, I can't tell you that. I'm just saying that this is what happened. So if you think it's okay for a president to get another country involved in our elections, well then, hey, then you don't think he should be impeached. That's where your mind is at. So
my mind's like this. Haven't a lot of people bailed on him since that he appointed or he fired? It's like more than usual amount. Or am I wrong?
Well, I think what happens is at first you're happy to get this job, because it's a big, important job. And then you realize you're working for a whack job, and he's a moron who doesn't know what he's doing. I mean, he must have thought what he was doing was okay. What's funny to me, too, is when they're doing the hearings, which I watched all the hearings, so I know exactly what happened during the hearings. One thing about the hearings I want to tell you for sure that I can be sure about from watching them is that at least half of our elected officials are total frickin' asshole morons. I mean, no doubt in my mind. They are just jerks that have no business even being there. I don't even know how these people get elected. And then and then what happens is they bring up other things. Like one guy says, oh, our economy's doing great, and blah, blah, blah. Like any of that has anything to do with him breaking the law. It's like, stick to what the rules were of this law, whether it's happened or it didn't. Bringing up that our economy's great has nothing to do with this. It's like, it's only because they're doing that to keep the idiots out there thinking that there's no reason to do this.
Right.
So it's unbelievable to me that even allow this. So then the fact now, too, that you've got these rubber stamp idiots in the Senate who are Republicans, they don't care if he broke the law. I mean, he could almost do anything at this point. They're not going to vote him out. All they care about is their political future. They don't care about the decency of America or our elections I mean, Mitch McConnell, he's the worst. I mean,
I can't stand that dude.
Yeah, he's already decided what he's going to vote. I mean, it don't matter what anybody testifies or what the laws are broken. He's already made up his mind. He's going to vote no matter what because he's a whipping boy who follows the party no matter what. He's like he's really just a whipping boy is what he is. He's not even a real free-thinking person. He has no backbone whatsoever. I call him a coward is what I call him. It's just basically a coward is what he is, who's too afraid to stand up for himself or anything else, except for what Trump says. That's the only thing he's ever going to stand up for. And plus, I don't even want Trump out. I mean, because then we got Mike Pence. I mean, who wants him? I mean, jeez. I would much rather have Trump than Mike Pence.
When they're counting the unemployment rate, and they're like, oh, the unemployment rate's at record lows. Do they count twice because I work 2 jobs for me, or not? How does that work?
Or how about the people that are working for next to nothing just so they could have a job? I mean, It's like they're not counting. They're counting it all wrong because most people have taken jobs that hardly pay anything just so they can survive. These aren't real jobs,
Right.
It's like survival. It's not even a job.
That's what I meant.
They're paying people $14 an hour. They think that's what they should count is people. They should only count people that are making enough to survive. Like the living wage. That should be the minimum requirement of the unemployment counting. That would
be a small amount of fucking...
Yeah, that would increase the unemployment rate to about 30% if you counted people that were making an actual living wage. Don't count people that aren't making a living wage.
Right.
I mean, enough to live on.
Jobs. I have 2 full-time jobs. Is that 1 job or 2 jobs? That they're counting.
Yep.
Or is it a half a job for one person and a half? Half of me does one, and half of me does the other job.
You can't count anybody making less than $15 an hour. All those people who are making $15 an hour and less are unemployed, in my opinion. They're unemployed, basically unemployed.
They're dependent on subsidies probably to survive if they get them, and that's sad. Well, $15 an hour was shitty money 30 fucking years ago.
That's what I'm saying. You can't count those people making that much as the people who are employed. Right. I mean, that whole counting thing is totally wrong when they do that. They shouldn't even include any of those people.
Well, when the market skyrocketed out here in Denver, people are all happy. My house went up. I'm like, you better get the fuck out of here. Why? Because you can't afford your house anymore.
Yeah.
My payment didn't change. You're going to see what happens. Watch real quick. Your taxes are going to go so fucking high now that you can't even breathe. You can't afford this house. It's now a millionaire's house. Get out of here. That's how it is. These people are leaving downtown Denver, these businesses. This one guy started out, how many fucking years ago it was? It was quite a while ago, though. But his taxes were like $5,000 a year. Now they're like $65,000 a year because the increase in property value, and then they raise your property tax.
Yeah.
That's fucking shit that they do that. You know what I mean? Because when the market crashed in Chicago, they still raised the property tax. Shouldn't it have lowered? What the fuck? Come on, man. What standard are we playing by here? Oh, yeah.
Well, that's why more people are leaving Illinois than any other state. It's like people are abandoning that whole state. That state's in trouble.
Do not call it Illinois anymore. Call it Schmell-Illinois. Schmell-Illinois.
Yeah.
Fuck that place. I hate everybody there. Except one person.
One person in the whole state. Well, let me think.
Two. The other chick died, so I guess I have one left. You know what she died from? Being worked to death.
Two people. I like two people in the state.
I like a couple, but I don't associate with them anymore. But that's not saying much. Come to Illinois and meet our 3 good people.
Oh, yeah.
What about, you know anything about Great Britain?
Like, what about it?
Well, they used to be like a bunch of real liberal fucks, and they have a new leader that's kind of like saying, dude, come on, guys.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Boris Johnson is his name. He's kind of like the Trump of England.
Oh, great.
He is. He's like he's like the Donald Trump of England.
Does he have hair?
He has the same kind of funny hair, just like Trump does.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think hair's going away unless it's on your chin. It's not a big deal anymore.
I think eventually, like, men will evolve to have no hair on their head eventually. The whole population.
Chicks like dudes with no hair.
Then they're the reason. They're causing the whole problem.
Probably. They like
all the chicks out there need to stop banging dudes that have no hair.
Shut the fuck up, dude.
And then this will stop. This will stop the whole evolution. This will stop the whole evolution of hair loss.
I hate it when like an old dude like in his 70s had some shit to say about a millennial being lazy. And then I tell him, bro, these kids don't get nearly what you got paid. So shut the fuck up, you fucking bastard.
Yeah.
You had insurance, paid vacation, overtime pay, fucking all kinds of good stuff. Insurance was like $2 a year. Now it's like more than they make. Fucking bastards.
Yeah.
I saw this lady on Facebook. They were doing some shit, foreclosing on her house or some shit, and I'm like, you know what? They ran out of millennials to fuck with. Now it backfired on you guys. They're gonna start going after you now because millennials don't give a fuck.
Huh.
What do you think about that one? They want smaller homes. Actually, those big ass houses they built in the 70s and 80s that those people, when the country was actually doing, it was at its last run. And the millennials don't want them big houses. It's too much money, too much work. They don't have enough money to even fucking foot the tax bill properly.
Yeah.
Those big houses are going to be turned into apartment buildings. Watch. It'll be a 3-flat or a 3-unit thing.
Well, they're not going to vote. They're not going to vote to remove Trump. So all the stuff they've been doing has been just a waste of time. So they're going to vote to keep him.
What they're really doing is they're passing a bunch of bullshit laws that are taking away your rights, and this is a huge smokescreen to get you to not pay attention to that kind of shit, while they swoop more shit away from you.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is true, but apparently Congress is going to have to pay for their own insurance now, Congress members.
Wow.
They're no longer going to get insurance. Now wait, if this is true, this is going to be a real fucking dick slap to the face of Americans. And at the same fucking time, they voted to get rid of the mandate of the medical insurance. And now if those two things happen at the same time, they all need their asses kicked, man. I mean, like, second they walk out the door, give them a smack. Bastards, make us all pay a fine for not having insurance, and then they're going to get rid of that when they have to pay for it. That's bullshit. I think they do nothing good anymore, just bad to the point where they need a lynch mob. Whatever happened to the good old fashioned lynch mob with the torches and the pitchforks? They should be like, you promised me this to a politician. String him up. Right? What happened to the lynch? We need the modern day lynch mob. How would it be? Try to picture what it looks like.
It's a bunch of people with their phones out.
Yeah, with the fucking pitchfork on one phone and a flame on the I thought of that at the same time.
Everybody will be videotaping it on their phone.
There'll be a couple big guys that are talking shit, that are stupid, slapping people around, smart or small people.
Yeah. Okay,
They should have a. If you're involved in a fight, say someone beats you up, there should be a weight scale thing that determines how much time you do in jail.
Huh. Well,
because it's like, man, you're 300 pounds. He's 100 pounds. You're going to do fucking 20 years, you fucking pussy. Why don't you pick on someone your own size? Oh, wait, you're going to meet him in jail.
Okay, here's my last subject. Ready?
Okay, I got a couple more anyway.
We're running out of time.
It's about putting license plates on your shoes for people who walk.
Yeah, that'd be helpful. That's my last show. That was already on our show last time.
I don't know if we said put license plates on. We said check their shoes and say, oh, walking on bald tires, huh? Bald shoes.
This one is really weird. I got to be careful how I talk about this one.
All right.
I was reading, like, you know how, like, Webster's Dictionary has, like, the word of the year or something that they do every year?
Yep. Sorry, man. I'm smoking a Christmas tree. Colorado.
A Colorado Christmas smoke? That's what it is.
Yeah.
Smoke tree.
I gathered up the little needles underneath the big tree and dried up ones.
You gathered all the keef underneath the Christmas tree.
All right.
You're smoking it. It's like, okay, the word this year was the singular version of they.
Whoa. Is that like a transvestite?
Yeah, it's like so that you don't have any distinguishing characteristics about whether you're a he or a she. So now everybody wants to be called they, right?
Oh my God. I hate to tell you, all you trans testicles, you still look like a man. You sound like a man talking like a woman. You're a fucking man. That's it. You dress like a woman. It's Halloween. 365 days a year is Halloween for you. And the rest of us normal people, I'm not saying they're not normal. Because I guess it would be normal if we all did it.
Mm-hmm. But what about just the word itself?
You know what's amazing too? They're so uptight. This dude, I know, I should tell his name on the radio. That'd be awesome. The fucker owes me money. That'd be fucking
No,
awesome.
you can't.
We're at Home Depot, and he's looking at this chick, and it's a dude. I mean, I don't stare at chicks like that, but like he does. So, you know, it was really his bad, you know. His bad, that's a new one. Instead of my bad, you're bad. That's what we should be doing.
Or they're bad, you have to say. You can't say his or hers. You have to say their.
They're bad.
They're bad.
Well, this guy was wearing like stretch pants and had no junk. Like he had his whole shit done. And looked like a chick. He did. But as soon as he said, "You're rude," I was like, oh, that's a dude, man. Whoa. Because no chicks could sound like a gay man.
Yeah.
You can look like a woman all you want, but you still sound like a gay man.
It seems like there could be there could be some kind of vocal cord surgery you could get.
That's the new one, right?
Yeah, that's like the new surgery where you could then, it like makes you sound like a woman. I just came up with something, right?
I think you might have.
It's like a vocal cord surgery.
And the dude, I'm going to call him a dude because I don't give a fuck how much shit he does to his body, gets rid of his penis. Still a dude, penisless dude. There's plenty of them out there that had accidents, and you're a penisless man.
Had like a construction accident or a factory accident.
Yeah.
Like my friend, a guy I worked with, he was working for a place he used to work even, and they were swinging a big piece of metal around, and it caught him right in the nuts. Right. Chopped off one of his nuts.
He obviously was, you know, kind of a homebody type kid that never learned how to protect his nuts. Because when shit's swinging around, that's the first thing I'm moving the fuck out of the way.
Yeah.
That's what it's like to get your nuts hit the first time by a steel girder. Once you get kicked in the balls the first time, you're protecting them fuckers for the rest of your life, dude.
Or like when you slip off your bicycle seat, you know, when you're a kid, and you fucking land on the...
Fucking dance across the room to avoid fucking shrapnel to the nuts.
Why did the boys' bike have the piece across there, and then the girls' bike had the dip? Well, it's because of a dress.
Because of a dress.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it makes more sense for the guy to have that piece missing.
Yeah, right. I don't know, because it's a longer fall to hit. It might be a bigger impact even. If you hit it right away, bam, move. But he went like 4 feet before he hit.
I don't know.
I think if you're a trans testicle, you should have to ride a girl's bike. That's a new law.
Huh. I don't think they don't even make girls' bikes like that anymore, I don't think.
Sure they do.
No, they don't. Not with the dip.
Oh yeah, they do.
All the bikes now, boys and girls, have the regular.
The bike rack at Walmart's my favorite thing, in the back. I ride them things every time I go there.
You mean you can ride a bike around Walmart?
Well, I can. I don't know about you. They might stop you because you look like the kind of guy that would say, "I'm sorry."
You mean you ride around Walmart on a bike?
Away from me. I'm trying this bike out. How the fuck you think I want to buy this fucker if I don't try it? You try on shoes? Yeah. Same thing. Bike. Shoes. Bike. Get the fuck out of the way.
You go to Walmart, you get a bike off the rack and start riding around the store.
Fucking right I do. Every time I go, I ride a bike through the store. It's better than walking. You know, I could have got one of them electric carts and submitted to obesity, but I decided to ride the bike through the store. One time there was a little Razor crotch rocket, electric.
Yeah.
It was up on the rack. I reached over there and I'm like, gave it a little throttle and that fucking tire went wing and I'm like, oh yeah, we're fucking riding. So me and my son, we took 2 of them down because there was 2 of us, of course, and we're zipping through Walmart. It was crazy. And the manager comes up, sir, and I thought he was going to say, put it back. He goes, could you please be careful? I was like, I love this. You know what? You know how you get away with shit like that? You gotta be me. First of all, you gotta Christmas shop New Year's Eve. There's no one in the store to run
Christmas
over.
Eve, yeah.
Second of all, the good thing about Christmas Eve is people are a little more lenient and happy, like they're giving you a little Santa slider or something. I don't know why.
Huh.
Even the cops sometimes do.
Oh yeah, I've gotten like I got pulled over before on Christmas Eve. One time, 2 times. I got pulled over 2 times by the same cop and one on Christmas Eve.
Was it in Oswego?
And he let me go both times.
I was on the bridge on Route 30 in Oswego, and I got New Year's Eve and Christmas Eve, same cop.
Same cop I
He
got.
goes, you're not getting 3, man. This Merry Christmas.
He goes, didn't I just pull you over earlier today?
It was me.
I was like,
because it's me. I'm a movie star. I stand out in the crowd. I'm not the guy that just mixes in like.
I was going, the second
everyone,
time I was going to buy batteries for my little brother's Christmas toy that he got.
Right? Turns out it didn't come with batteries.
And I had to go get the batteries. In the Camaro.
Sucks anyway, because if you think about this, those batteries that come with the toys, they never last but fucking 5 minutes. It's like a big letdown to
They're like Chinese batteries.
You might as well just buy batteries anyway if it says batteries included. Because guess what? It takes batteries, you fuck.
It takes batteries for the batteries.
They're like, batteries included. Bullshit. These aren't batteries. I didn't see a bunny come through the room or nothing. Fucking little pink bunny. And speaking of batteries, I bought batteries today.
Well, yeah. I mean, they don't come with batteries.
It's battery. You know what I did? I bought my grandson some baby toys. Because, man, it turns out fucking 1 and younger toys are fucking stupid. So I'm putting shit back like this dinosaur. It was animated. I thought this might freak him out. Hold on, I'll put. So what I did was, because I buy everybody's present, even my own. I bought the good toys for me, dude. I swear. I was like, I'm buying the good, because he can't do them anyway, right? They got small parts and fucking, he's not coordinated enough yet. But he can watch me play with them fuckers, right? He'll be like, Grandpa, yeah! Get down with that toy. I'm turning Christmas into a new holiday. Here's what it is. We all just work, and who gives a fuck?
I had to work today.
Tomorrow's Christmas. Not today. Today's before Christmas.
I was watching the Christmas Carol, with Ebenezer Scrooge.
Mm-hmm. The real one? The real Ebenezer or the remake?
I don't know. There's a million remakes, but they were down in the movie. They were down in Ebenezer Scrooge because Bob Cratchit had to work on Christmas Eve. And he couldn't be home. I thought to myself, shit, everybody works on Christmas Eve nowadays. It's like,
yeah, right.
that idea from that movie and book wouldn't even fly nowadays. It's like,
it'd be a little different. A guy would be at a computer and he'd be running something.
Yeah.
And he'd be doing it from home, so it wouldn't matter about Christmas Eve anyway.
He'd be working from home.
You have Christmas Eve off? I have every day off. I work at home, you fucking asshole. What, did you think I didn't work because I'm home every day in my pajamas? That's why you're an asshole.
Yeah, that's not work.
Where do you think I got this house? I inherited it? It's only 10 years old.
Every business is Ebenezer Scrooge now.
I just helped a friend. Her mom sold the house of the grandma. One of her sisters been living there. Well, the basement was like full of, picture of grandma's basement, where you go through at the end, right? They had so much good, cool shit. And nobody has cool shit anymore, man. They had money back then, dude. And we don't have shit.
And they made shit for real back then. It wasn't like this piece of shit-ass plasticky bullshit we buy now. It was like all real shit.
She's like, you think it's worth something? I'm like, sentimentally, but eBay killed the price of all that bullshit, so it used to be worth something.
Yeah.
But everybody's already bought all this shit already, so.
Yeah.
But it's cool. I would just keep it. They're like, we're trying to get rid of everything. I'm like, I would keep it. Just fuck it.
Yeah, you'll never find that shit again.
Yeah, you're never going to see this again. You're going to go on eBay. It's going to be $2.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even buy it on. You're like, it's on eBay now for $2 and you didn't go buy it. I mean, what the fuck? You don't really want.
Yeah, if you go to eBay and this shit and you wouldn't buy it, then get rid of it.
Yeah. That's the test.
Yeah.
Well, that's going away because there's no basement loads of just excessive shit that they're purchasing anymore. People don't do that anymore. Every old lady's basement, because it's old lady, because of course they drive the husband in the grave. Every old lady's basement is full of that shit, and a lot of it's his too.
Yeah.
Real dusty. You're like, damn, she killed Grandpa. He could have used this shit a good 10 more years. Maybe she should have quit bitching at him for him to have a heart attack one day.
It's shit nobody wants.
The cool part is, though, so I've checked it out, like, before I was over there. She showed me. It was just piled. I never went through it like they're doing, you know what I mean? But I looked around, and there were a couple Tiffany lamps, 3 slot machines, like shit you would buy if you could buy shit.
Yeah.
That would be the shit you bought back then. And I'm thinking to myself, let me get this straight. This is a 100-year-old Victorian house, downtown Denver. It's got the big fancy woodwork, the fancy light fixtures that all match that are brass and all hand carved, and it's got stained glass windows and shit. Why are these Tiffany lamps in the basement? The fuck is that?
Yeah.
Did the lava lamp outdo the Tiffany lamp or something somewhere around the 70s? And now fucking Tiffany's got stuck in the basement? But you always hear them in the basement. Guess what I found in the basement? A Tiffany lamp. Everybody got tired of Tiffany lamps, I guess, at one point. And then they came back.
The millennials aren't sentimental, it turns out.
They don't care about them. They're gonna plummet in value, those Tiffany lamps.
Oh, yeah. All
They'll
that
be like,
shit
wow,
is.
that's ugly. Colored glass. It's probably filthy.
It's probably got lead. It's probably polluting the
the
environment. It's polluting the environment.
If it's not crystal clear or white or gray, of course, like my attitude, then forget about it.
This lamp is killing the whales or something. It's killing the fucking dolphins.
That'd be a good cartoon. Like to have them, these animals, like, you know how they have a plastic ring or a straw up their nose or whatever they find. Have it like all antiques.
Yeah.
A shoehorn. There's a shoehorn sticking out of his ear.
Sticking out of this sea turtle's nose.
They had good garbage that didn't get in the wildlife. It was all heavy metal shit. It probably is all sitting on the bottom.
Yeah.
That stuff. Isn't it funny how we made plastic bags to stop cutting down trees and ruin the environment?
Yeah.
And now we're fucking it up even worse with them plastic
Now we're
bags.
choking birds in the ocean.
Why are we even still cutting trees down? Don't we know? Wait, do these lumberjacks not know that that's where the air comes from? The fuck? I mean, when are we stopping that part? Be the last tree. I saw a thing with like a tree.
The last tree.
In a fish tank with a tube to like a respirator.
We just need to plant a whole bunch more trees is what we need.
Right. I mean, we're lazy as fuck. We could be planting trees like crazy. Where the fuck are Johnny Appleseed's great-grandkids?
I mean, if we did that, think about 100 years from now, the whole world would be full of trees.
Nah, we'd cut them down.
Yeah, we cut them down in 50 years.
We'd cut them down before that. It should be for every tree you cut down, you got to plant 4 trees.
It's like I saw this one thing on Facebook or something where this people brought a Christmas tree home, and then there was like this little owl in the Christmas tree. Did you see that?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, it's like, dude, thanks for fucking cutting my house down. It's like,
Oh, I get it now. I was like, big fucking deal, a Christmas owl.
yeah. You fucking cut the owl's house down so you could hang a few
They put
ornaments.
that owl in that picture, those fucking,
The whole thing was set up.
right?
It was their pet owl,
Exactly.
so they could
It
get a
wasn't even
million. They get a million views.
I thought it was like a decoration. Hey, cool, put an owl in a tree. That's a pretty good Christmas idea. The Christmas owl. I told my kids the other day, Merry Christmas. It was in the morning, and I said, I'm going to go make the Yule log right now. I'll see you in about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
The real Yule log. And it's burning.
Let's go cut a bird's home down and bring it in our house and decorate it.
What I want to know is, why do we only eat chickens? That's the only bird. We should be eating all kinds of birds, man. There's all kinds of them. But we only eat the chicken. And a turkey, once a year, he gets a little fucking thing, and then back to the chicken.
Back to chickens.
I know, they're the unlucky bird of every bird.
Yeah.
They got to be the one that's on the menu. They probably say that, too. They're telling all the other birds, this is discrimination.
It's 'cause they don't fly very good. It's easy to get a hold of them. Otherwise, they'd be flying all over the place.
So then, wouldn't you think like a bird that is harder to get would be tastier? Because you're like, it's a delicacy. Why? Because it's like caviar. There's not many, you know, there are not a lot of them.
Like a crow or
basic.
something.
Yeah, it was hard to get this motherfucker.
It's like we're gonna have crow tonight instead.
Right? This hummingbird was hard to fucking catch. So, he's tasting.
Hummingbird. A hummingbird on a stick. Like you'd have like.
Chocolate-covered hummingbirds.
You imagine going to like a festival, you know, how they have like chicken on stick. You got like a whole bunch of hummingbirds on sticks. You're crying. And people come up and they're like buying, like, hey, this is the hummingbird.
Buy one, get one free. And then you buy one and you let a hummingbird go free. Oh, yeah. You misunderstood me.
You want some barbecue sauce?
Wasn't that a good one?
For some.
Buy one, get one free. Hummingbirds. So they buy one and they're looking at it, and then you let a hummingbird go. You thought you were getting two, didn't you? You gotta catch them. What do you think? This was easy? I'm just showing you how delicious they are. They're even more delicious if you catch them yourself.
It's like a hummingbird shish kebab.
Like fish. We eat every fish. It's like, even the slimy ones in his shell.
Yeah.
Like anything that came out of that fucking ocean, we
slimy
just
eels and shit. And
fuck shit. We don't even care.
Yeah, but we're real picky about birds. We will eat any kind of fish.
We'll crack open a shell and there's a big booger in there, and we'll suck it right out of that shell. Man, that was good. It tastes like seawater and shit to me.
But we can only eat chickens when it comes to birds, though.
It's an aphrodisiac. If you gotta eat that shit to get horny, something's wrong with you, man, because that fucking shit made me not horny. When I saw her eat that, I don't want to do her anymore.
Yeah.
I don't think it's an aphrodisiac.
No, that was a marketing ploy. Otherwise, nobody would eat it.
You know what's aphrodisiac? Pussy. Gets me horny every time. Other than that, pretty much nothing.
That's the best one.
I was at the customer's house, and he's fucking cool as hell, dude.
Yeah.
Other country, too. I'm not going to say which one, but he couldn't walk here. Anyway, he's in the room with his new tenant, right? He's got he's Airbnb in it because he's a smart dude. He's like, I'm going to make all the money I can off anything I can grab in this motherfucking tin can ass fucking America.
Yeah.
And I don't blame him a bit for doing that shit.
I want to do that here. I want to get like a house and I want to divide it.
That's probably way greater than any of us, our spoiled asses, where we couldn't even deal with it. He could deal with it. He's like, you think it's bad having a roommate like this? Where I come from, 10 of us had one room. We had no food.
Yeah.
These communists, they shot you if you look at them. So this to me is nothing. Well, anyway, he's telling the lieutenant, he's telling them the letters and numbers to punch in to his video game or something. He's trying to get internet on his video game. So he must have had a video game console, right?
Yeah.
And there's like a passcode.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going, and because his English isn't perfect, he elects to say some things like, T is in Tom.
Yeah.
X and so he goes, V is in, Violet or something. I said, V is in vagina, dude. Come on, let's get a better word. Fuck, if I was picking up a V, the first thing to my mind is the V.
Yeah.
Why would you say, V is in violin. V is in vagina, Let's go out, man. Let's get a couple beers and see if we can grab us a couple of those.
Yeah.
You never say, let's go get some violins.
Mm-hmm.
Have a couple beers, see if we can pick up a couple of violins.
All right, well, I'll let you go, man.
Hey, what's the word of the day?
They?
It's immango. It's the Mexican version of impeaching.
Impeaching?
Immango.
All right.
They need to bring the firing squads back. That'll keep your ass in check now, won't it?
All right. Eat a mango.
Eat a mango. Eat a mango apple smoothie. Later.